Greetings, GameCola faithful, and welcome back to more Super Metroid. No, this is not deja vu. We are indeed back in Norfair, in the same place we were last time. But now, we have power bombs, which means we can open this yellow door and see what's inside. And what's inside is a map room. Now, we've uncovered quite a lot of Norfair so far, wouldn't you say? What's the point of showing us the map room this late in the exploration? Well, that's because we've only scratched the surface. Yeah, this is a really cool reveal. We go through Norfair an entire time without the map, thinking that we've explored most of it, and then it turns out, nope, we've only seen about half. Very cool. But how do we reach any of that large expanse of terrain? Well, but first off, we get stuck from that enemy there we froze. We need to go in here, because I pointed this out. We wanted to remember these blocks. Well, now we know what they are and how to destroy them. So we can get down here and enter into the larger caverns and immediately get hit by enemies in the face. I'm trying to build up a speed boost here, but nope, the enemies are not having it, hitting me just before I can get off a speed boost. Oh well. Now, we want to be careful here. And I was not careful. There we go. Whew. That one is evil. It's very, very evil. And I'm glad that it was removed, or rather moved elsewhere in Project Base. Which by the way, I'm so excited to get to that when I'm done with this playthrough, because I do love this game very, very much. But boy, I love Project Base and what it does to the map and environments even more. And see you later, space pirates. Super speed. So we got some little guys up there. Well, this seems to be the most prominent thing of interest, so let's head down here. Boss music. Oh, nothing that way. Well, hello there. This is Crocomire. We want to shove super missiles down his throat. Sometimes he can be a little bit cheap and not notice that you did a super missile. But if we push him back far enough, and by the way, charged shots as well as regular missiles will work, but they won't push him back very far. Yeah, that's terrifying, but there's bubbles floating under the acid. I'm ready for you. Yeah. That's definitely, oh, and by the way, just shine sparking over here to grab this a little early if I don't die from the acid. Yeah, that is definitely one of the most remembered some gruesome moments in this game. It's, yeah, that's terrifying. Oh boy. All right. Let me do that again, because there is a way. There is a way to do a mid-air sideways shine spark, but I am not good at it. You have to press up to cancel out of your sort of spin, and then press right. Oh, wow, this guy's even immune to Ice Beam. Not that we can really do much with him up there. We can't exactly stand on him. Very nice refill point here. Let's get back our super missiles. I said, let's get back our super missiles. It's funny, I think we have fewer super missiles, maximum, than we do power bombs at this point. All right, that should be good. So, what's down here? We can't get up and across over that way. Okay, a super missile gate. We can't get there from this side. Oh. Well, that's a big pit. What's over here? Ah, that's not good. Go, 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 go. No. Don't like that. Okay, missile upgrade. That was far less graceful than it could have been. All right, good enough. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, well. So we can continue down. And there's some debris here that we can clear. Because... Can't destroy that one. But what if we did this? Woohoo! Oh yeah, love that. Reminds me of the supercharged ramps in Spyro the Dragon. Well, what's this now? The Grappling Beam. Select the icon, press and hold the Y button. Very cool. Bzz, bzz, bzz. So what this lets us do is hang on to these blocks and swing from them. Very cool. It's a little bit clunky, but it works. You can press up or down to change the from basically full extension or right up on the block. You can also use it to open doors, and it will actually kill certain enemies. Oddly enough, it can actually kill certain enemies which are not affected by other by the regular plasma blaster, believe it or not. It took me a while when I was younger to figure out what the heck you're supposed to do there, because you can just barely see those blocks off screen, and you're just supposed to aim upwards and latch onto them from mid-jump. Ooh, I saved it there. That was close. All right. Well, that was sort of a bit of a roundabout area, but that means we now have the Grapple Beam, which will let us traverse those little areas with blocks that we didn't know how to get across earlier, as well as hang on to guys like this. If we don't flub our jumps. Very nice. And we get yet another power bomb upgrade. Still, much appreciated. I'm going to attempt to get 100% item completion. I am not going to guarantee that I will be able to do it, however. Some of the power-up locations in this game are kind of devilishly hidden, as I've already demonstrated. Okay, so if we head back up this way, we would be able to get to the lower area of the entrance shaft, which I believe was blocked off by a super missile gate. But there's far more for us to do down here. If we're here, I believe this is another case of a, yeah, so up above here, I believe there is a blue one-side gate, or one-way gate, rather. Ooh, hey. Energy recharge, very nice. Some technique that can help you just traverse these areas quickly is just to press up to get up to the sort of super close range grappling, and then just tap the grapple, the shoot button to grapple rapidly while aiming forward. You'll sort of hop in that direction. Ah, now you see, I was actually mistaken. I thought that there was more to get down here, but we will have to wait to do that. However, this does drop us off in a location where we can return to another area with this newfound grapple beam and use it to get another power-up. Again, I really don't know how long you would have to stand around doing nothing in order to actually get swallowed by the lava in that room. I like this guy. When he starts jetting back up when we jump off of him, he has a little thruster below him. His thruster changes from moving left to right to shooting upward to propel him back up. Just one of those little details that they didn't have to put in, but they did. So, we already got the missile upgrade that was in the first half of this room, but in the second half, there are these grapple beam blocks. And we can go in here to get something very nice. This is the wave beam. Something else I should mention, you can see that our beam sort of does this neat sort of wavy arc now, and that's because unlike the previous games, we can now stack our beams. So we now have charge beam, ice beam, wave beam, and spacer all combined together. So now our beam is actually quite powerful. I think we do more damage with our regular beam now, or at least with a charge shot, than missiles. Although, of course, because we have Ice Beam on, we still freeze enemies, so it may take 2 shots, even if we would normally one-shot an enemy. However, because we have the Wave Beam now, we can now open the blue gates from either side, which is very, very cool. So there's one more thing to get in this vicinity, which is up in Bubble Mountain. I forget if this is in the original game or if it's just... Nope, it's in Project Base only. That's fine. There's a sort of a shortcut there that lets you drop down. So let's swing across here, go into this room, and hey, a missile upgrade. Very nice. However, once again, in sort of a you'd need a guide to figure this out moment, there's this. Oh, hey. Yet, again, all of these little, like, how would you figure that out? You would just have to find it by just randomly shooting around, which, I mean, admittedly, I uncovered it without actually trying, but, again, it's a little bit silly. Though, that being said, I definitely think that this would be great for, sort of... Well, both hint books, but also, like, those playground rumors that's like, oh, hey, if you shoot this one block in this room, you'll find another extra missile upgrade. Oh, okay. I don't know, just those kinds of fun little things you would share with your other friends who've played video games in the schoolyard. Now, there's a quick way to get down here, which is to powerbomb these blocks. That will let us get through this way. And we can return through this door. And it is about time now to leave Norfair. There's one more thing we will have to come back and do later, and that is fight the boss of this area, because Crocomire was not actually a major boss. He was a mini-boss. So the major boss of this area is still at large. But now that we have Grapple Beam, we can actually get to the next major area of the game. And that is very exciting. Oh, yeah. I forgot that we needed to do that. I'm once again used to Project Base, which changes the layout of a lot of these rooms. Whoopsies. And we get a missile upgrade. And with a super missile to this gate, we return to the entrance. We shall once again head up the red Brinstar shaft. And now that we have the grapple beam, we can open up that yellow door about halfway up and get what lies beyond it, which will prove, well, it would be very useful if I didn't already know where most of the secrets and upgrades in this game were. But nevertheless, that's a very cool upgrade, and one that I think from a technical perspective is fascinating. You'll see why in a moment. So there's actually an enemy hidden behind a block over there, but he always drops a power bomb when he's defeated. So if you just blow him up with a power bomb, you'll keep at a net positive, which is very handy. This room is one of those dark ones with these fireflies. However, if you freeze them, you can get by without risk of killing them because it doesn't actually deal damage on the final blow unless you shoot them while they're frozen. Gotta watch out for that little flying enemy there. And we get the X-ray scope. How about that? I don't know how this works on a technical perspective, but I want to know. And honestly, I know some friends who do Super Metroid ROM hacking, so I should probably ask, because I bet you they would know. But hey, very cool, and that will let us find all kinds of secret passages and goodies. To be clear, the X-ray visor does not actually unlock anything new, it just assists you with seeing things. It just makes it so that you can uncover these hidden secrets that otherwise would be impossible to figure out. I'll have to go up this way again. Traverse the hellway. Oh. And this time, let's try turning off our high jump boots and see if that makes this any easier. Oh yeah. Surprisingly so. Very, very nice. Now, the next area is just a little ways away from right here. So I think we should save here, call it an episode, and next time we'll explore that new area. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying the series, as always, and I will see you next time.